Okay, thank you for joining this session. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. So, my name is Kashif. I am from India, Mumbai. I have somewhere around 15 years of practical IT experience now. I have completed my graduation in Information Technology, BSc IT from Mumbai University. After completing my graduation, I started working in IT field, wherein I have worked in SCCM. Mostly I worked on SCCM and Intune. So SCCM and Intune, level 1, level 2, level 3 team. And after um, after level 3, I am now working as architect. So my primary roles and responsibility is to implement technologies. So what I do, I implement technologies for companies. So I implement various technologies, SCCM, Intune, Active Directory, then application packaging solution. Apart from these implementation tasks, I am involved in training, wherein I have trained more than 30,000 students globally. More than 30,000 students globally on various technologies. Okay, so that's about me, guys. Now I'm going to talk about the duration of this training. So the duration of this training is going to be for 30 days. Okay, excluding Saturday and Sunday. So it will go up to 1 month and 10 days maximum. So the duration will be 30 days. Now daily 1 hour session. Okay, what time we will do? The timing is 8 a.m. IST to 9 a.m. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Okay, so the session will be daily basis, Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, India time. Okay, so Monday to Friday, India will be Sunday to Thursday for you guys in US or Canada. Those who are in US or Canada time zone, it will be Sunday to Thursday. Okay, so Monday to Friday for those who are in India. Okay, that will be the duration of this training and the timing. Now, what all things we are going to cover in this training? So let's see the course content. If you have not received the course content, you can let me know. I will share the course content after this session. Um, Intune course content. So there are a few. Yeah, so this is the course content wherein various points are mentioned. So we will start from scratch. Introduction to MDM, then information on Intune versus SCCM, introduction to Intune Lab, introduction to Azure, and these things we will discuss, and everything will be theory plus practical. We will do theory plus practical. Okay, if you are if you have a Windows 10 computer or Windows 11 laptop, right? We will set up the whole lab on your machine. Each one of you will have to have your lab set up so that we can do the practical session as well. Okay, so that is the course content. And the duration of this training is 30 days, daily 1 hour session. Time is 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. India time, and Monday to Friday. Okay, so that's the duration. Now, um, who can attend this session? Okay, so those who have basic computer knowledge, right, they can attend, or those who are already working in IT field. Okay, so anyone who is from IT or those who have a basic computer knowledge. Okay, so anyone who has basic computer knowledge or anyone from IT field, okay, they can attend this session. Now, so we are talking about Intune, right? Intune is a Microsoft product. So let me give a brief introduction about this Intune product. And in this session, I will not give you the complete details because this is the first session, like an introduction session. Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, we will start in full fledged. So first of all, I would like to discuss about Microsoft Intune. Microsoft Intune. Now, what is Microsoft Intune? It's a Microsoft product. Now, when this product came into the market, this product came into the market in the year 2010. Okay, this product was released by Microsoft in the year 2010. Now, what is the functionality of this product? So there are two major functionality. First, MDM, mobile device management. Second, MAM, mobile application management. So it will manage mobile devices and it will manage mobile applications. Okay, what all mobile devices it will manage? It will manage Android device. It can manage iOS device. It can manage Windows 10, Windows 11, right? It can manage Linux computers, Chrome OS. Okay, so these are the operating systems which it can manage: Android, iOS, Windows 10, Windows 11, Linux, and Chrome OS. Now it can also manage application, mobile applications, the applications which are installed in mobile devices like in laptops, in desktops, in Android device, in iOS device. So the most famous example, for example, Office 365. Okay, it can manage Office 365 application. There are many application it manages, but that this is just an example. Now, what do you mean by management? Management means, suppose you have your Intune server. This is your Intune server. You from Intune server, you can manage devices in your organization. For example, there are 2000 devices, 2000 devices in Mumbai. Okay. Suppose there are 3000 devices in London. Okay. 4,000 devices in Mexico. Let's say 10,000 devices in New York. So from Intune, you can deploy policies to the devices. You will have complete control on the devices. So from Intune, suppose you need to restart 10,000 devices. You can do that. You can restart 10,000 devices from Intune portal. You can deploy applications. Let's say you need to deploy application on 2,000 devices. Let's say I need to install Google Chrome on 2,000 devices in Mumbai. I can do it from Intune. I can apply the policy and Google Chrome will get installed in these 2,000 devices in Mumbai. I have to install some updates. For example, I need to deploy updates to 3,000 devices in London. I can do it from Intune. I can send some configuration profile or compliance policies. So compliance policies or configuration profile. I can do it from Intune portal. So you will have complete control of the devices. Okay. Wherever the devices are located, no matter as long as the devices are connected to the internet. So as long as the devices are connected to internet, policy will receive, the devices will receive policy from Intune server. Intune server will be sending policies over the internet to all the devices. It does not need any LAN network dependency. It does not need any WAN network dependency. It just have to have internet connection on the devices. That's it. Okay. So that is how we manage devices. But why do we manage? What is the reason? The reason is, suppose if people from Mumbai, they are requesting some application, right? So you will have to install manually. So manually, what will happen? You will have to send somebody, some people from IT team. They will go there to each desk and then they will install Google Chrome or Firefox or whatever the application manually on their machines. That's not feasible, right? Suppose tomorrow some people need application in London. Let's say there are 3,000 people. They need application in London of a Microsoft Office. You will have to send somebody to London office and they will install it manually. That's not a feasible option. So rather it should have a centralized server. So Intune will act like a centralized server. From Intune, you will be sending applications, right? You will be sending policies. For example, there are 10,000 devices in New York and you would like to disable firewall on these 10,000 devices. So you don't have to do it manually on these devices. You can do it from Intune. Suppose you have uh, you need to scan the devices to check for viruses. So you can deploy a policy, the Windows Defender policy. Windows Defender will scan all the devices and give you the report. If any machine has virus or any machine has any malware, it will send you alert as well. So from Intune, you will have complete control of the devices. Okay. So you can manage devices and you can manage applications. Now, why Intune is better? Why not any other product? Why Intune? Because in the market, there are various mobile device management solution. So point number one, it is a matured product because this product is there in the market for the past 14 years. This product came into the market in the year 2010, right? So it's a matured product. Point number two, it is implemented everywhere. It is implemented in almost all big size organization, big plus medium size organization. Big organization and medium organization, you will find Intune. Wherever you go, you will find Intune. You may not find it in a small organization, but all medium size and big size organization have Intune. Point number three, you have good vacancies. Point number four, good salary. Now you have to learn a technology which has good vacancies. Suppose you learn Lotus Note right now. It is a good uh, technology, but you don't have any vacancy for that. People are not using that product. So you have good vacancies, good salary. People are earning good. Those who are in US and Canada, they can expect a salary of average salary 50 US dollar per hour. 50 US dollar per hour. Hourly basis, you can expect a salary of 50 US dollar if you are working as Intune administrator. If you are in India, then the salary is a little less. Average salary is going to be 800,000 Indian rupees per year. Yearly salary, average salary 800,000 Indian rupees. Okay, that's the average salary for people who are in India. Point number five, good future. So basically, you can make your career in this one and become Intune administrator. Okay. Point number six, no programming languages. You don't need to learn any programming language. You don't need to learn any programming language. You don't need to learn any C, C++, Java, Python, or Oracle. No coding languages are involved in this one. So everything is GUI based. You need to just follow some steps to achieve your task. Okay, predefined steps are there. So you just have to follow those steps to achieve your task. So no programming languages. Point number seven, um, good salary, good vacancies, good future, easy to learn. Yeah, it's not that difficult. It is pretty easy. If you talk about SCCM, SCCM is little difficult than Intune. Intune is pretty straightforward, simple. Anyone who has basic computer knowledge can learn this. Okay. So these are some of the uh, features, factors why you should learn Intune. Now there are some Intune competitors, so less competitors. Intune competitors are BlackBerry, but it's already on ventilator now. It's going from the market. It's almost gone from the market. When BlackBerry, Workspace one. Then you have Mobile Iron. Then you have a Good, Zen Mobile, right? Then you have Tanium, Alteris. These are some of the competitors of Intune, but they are very tiny in front of Intune. Intune is giant now. Previously, before COVID, Intune was also tiny. Intune was not implemented in the organization. But after COVID-19, it's like moving like a monster now. Almost all big size and medium size organizations, they have this Intune to manage their enterprise devices. You know, the 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 biggest challenge in COVID-19, after COVID-19, is people are working from home and we have problem to connect to their devices through SCCM. We have issues, right? SCCM basically gels with the devices which are present on LAN network or WAN network, but the devices which are on internet, SCCM has issues to connect to them. So Microsoft developed this product Intune, and this is basically managing all the devices over the internet. So that is the the great the greatest functionality of Intune, that the devices are being managed by Intune over the internet. And the biggest functionality is it is managing Windows 10 and Windows 11. Other devices, they are not managing Windows 10. Other competitors, these competitors are basically focusing on mobile devices, Android and iPhone and iOS devices. But Intune is managing Windows plus mobile devices. That's the great functionality of Intune. Okay. Now I'm gonna take you to Intune slide. So what all things you can do through Intune? You can deploy application as you see in the slide here. You can deploy application. You can uh, integrate various products like Configuration Manager, Windows Autopilot, Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, Windows Autopatch, Endpoint Analytics, and Microsoft 365. You can integrate these products in Intune. You can integrate Google Chrome, manage Google Play, Apple Token, TeamViewer, Mobile Threat Defense Service. These things you can integrate. You can also get reports and data uh, for your actions, whatever actions you are taking. You have comprehensive reports and monitoring tool available there in Intune portal, so that you can monitor your deployment, you can monitor your update deployment, application deployment, configuration profile deployment, compliance setting deployment. You can monitor them. Then you can deploy application, you can manage identities, you can manage personal devices like BYOD kind of devices, plus uh, organization devices like corporate devices, right? So we will discuss about these things later in more details. This is just an overview session, so I'm not going into details. Now, architecture, how Intune is designed and where exactly the architecture is, how architecture is designed, and where exactly it is located. So Intune is basically on Azure Cloud Data Center. Now, what is data center? So data center outside view is like this. It will be like a building wherein you have multiple floors. On multiple floors you will have multiple racks, and on those racks you will have high configuration servers, right? So this is like a data center, Azure data center or Facebook data center or Google data center. So you have these data centers, right? And then it is the outside view of the data center. Now what is the inside view of the data center? Inside view of the data center will be like this. You will have multiple racks. These are called racks. Okay. On these racks, we have servers, high configuration servers are there, and all of them are connected to network cable so that they have connectivity. So this is how the inside view. This is the inside view of the data center. Now, Intune is basically on dedicated rack. There will be like 10% of racks, 10, or we don't have the exact number, but more or less 10% of the racks will be assigned to Intune. So only Intune servers, those servers only dedicated for Intune. So Microsoft has developed this technology, and they are basically Intune is configured on Azure Cloud Data Center. Now in Azure, inside Azure Cloud Data Center, they have configured like this. I'll show you the architecture. This is the architecture of Intune in the backend. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an overview of this architecture. So when you create your subscription, you get Web Console here. As you see, Web Console. That's it. You don't get anything else. You just get the Web Console. Everything is designed by Microsoft. In the backend, Microsoft has created all these configuration, and they are managing it as well. It's not you don't have to manage these architecture. You don't have to check the uh, availability of the services, everything will be done by Microsoft. You just have to take the license from Microsoft and start working on it. It is like a SaaS kind of product, like Gmail. Gmail is what? It's a SaaS kind of product which is uh, software as a service. So you create your subscription and you are done. Okay. So when you create your subscription, you have Web Console, and through Web Console, you do some configuration and reporting. And in the backend, there is a Graph API, which is connecting to your Intune tenant in the backend. So this is your Intune tenant in the backend. Okay, for each one of you, you will get the Intune tenant, a separate tenant. My tenant will be separate from your tenant. I will have access to my tenant. You will have access to your tenant. Okay, so Graph API is the connectivity component which helps you to connect to Intune in the backends, and then you will be able to perform your task here. So whatever the task and configuration you are configuring here, your task and configuration will be taken by Microsoft Graph API to your Intune tenant, and Intune tenant will do the configuration in the backend according to your requirement. Okay, so it will be able to manage mobile devices like Windows, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, iPad, and one more is missing in this picture, and that is Chrome OS, right? It has integration with various product like Apple Apps Store, Google Play Store, Microsoft Store, right? It has integration with Microsoft Configuration Manager, SCCM through co-management, right? It has integration with Microsoft Entra ID. Okay, all these things, when we do the practical, then you will get more clear picture. Okay, so Intune is designed. How Intune is designed, I'll show you in the backend. So this is Azure Cloud Data Center, for example. This is the outside view of Azure Cloud Data Center. Now inside, you will have multiple floors. So multiple floors will have multiple rooms, right? And there you will have racks. These are racks. Okay, racks. Okay, so these are the racks. Now suppose these two racks belong to Intune. Okay, so this rack, what do we call this rack is called as Azure Service Fabric Cluster. Azure Service Fabric Cluster. Service Fabric Cluster means group of racks. You know, when you have more than one rack, you know, it will have many racks. That is called Azure Service Fabric Cluster. So on that cluster, you will have multiple racks, and on multiple racks, you will have Intune high configuration servers, Intune high configuration servers. So when you create your subscription, so suppose I am in India and I create my subscription. Let's say Kashif create subscription. So my subscription will get created in India data center, India data center. Okay. If you are in, let's say, uh, if you are in US, okay, so your subscription will be in US data center. Okay, if you are in Europe, so then your subscription will get created in Europe. Depends on your location, guys. So based on your location, we create when we create our subscription, our account or tenant will get created on that particular location. Okay, we will talk about this in more details in tomorrow's session. So just a quick overview what we have discussed so far. So first thing first, what we have discussed is the duration is 30 days, daily 1 hour session, Monday to Friday. Who can attend? Anyone who has basic knowledge and anyone who is from IT field. Why we need Intune? Intune is needed to manage devices and manage application. You will have complete control of the devices, right? So why Intune? Why not any other product? Because Intune is a matured product. It is implemented almost in all big size and medium size organization. Good vacancies, good salary, good future. No programming languages, no coding languages are involved in this. Easy to learn, less number of competitors, right? Intune is designed in Azure Service Fabric cluster, and on that for Fabric cluster, there are high configuration Intune servers are there. So when you create your subscription is basically created in your uh, closest data center.
I
Okay.
have a question.
Any question from anyone? You can unmute yourself, raise your hand. I will let you know. I will unmute yourself, or you can unmute. Yeah, Karthik, you can ask
So
the
if
question.
if you're integrating with Azure and being Azure platform by Intune Microsoft product, so as we have Azure platform as well as AVD, which is called Azure Virtual Desktop. So how about those? Like, can we work on those two as well as using
You,
Intune?
you can manage Azure Virtual Desktop as well, but
Okay,
there is no integration as such, but you can manage.
okay.
Any other question from anyone else? No question? Wow.
Can we, hello,
Yeah.
what is the difference between SCCM and Intune?
That we will discuss tomorrow, but I just for your just a brief information. SCCM is also managing devices. It's a similar product, but SCCM is managing server as well, and SCCM
Mhm.
is not managing mobile devices. SCCM will manage Windows Server 2016 and greater. It will manage Windows 10, Windows 11, but it will not manage Android, iOS, iPad devices. Okay.
Okay,
Plus, SCCM will manage devices over the intranet on the LAN network.
okay.
Okay. However,
Mhm.
Intune is managing devices over the internet. So there is a misconception. The conception is people are thinking that SCCM will go away. Microsoft is going to decommission SCCM. It's not the case. Microsoft will not decommission SCCM because they want people to utilize SCCM for server management. And for client management, they want people to use Intune. Got it?
Okay. If we don't have a knowledge of SCCM, can we sustain in Intune directly?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And overall, the course
If you
information we
have
can track.
if you have SCCM knowledge, then
Mhm.
it will be very easy for you to learn Intune because
Okay.
the concept is almost similar, almost.
Mhm.
Okay. In SCCM, we have deployment. In Intune, we have assignment. Name are different, but the concept is same. So when you have
Oh,
SCCM knowledge, it becomes very easy for you to learn Intune. Even if you don't have SCCM skills, that's okay. Why? Because Intune is very easy to learn. It's pretty straightforward. Not like SCCM, wherein you have to build the architecture yourself. You have to design everything. You have to install all the prerequisite. You have to configure many things. But here, everything is designed by Microsoft and configured by Microsoft.
okay. got it.
Any other question from anyone?
One last question, Kashif. Is there any scripting is there in during deployment in Intune?
Deployment, you can use PowerShell script, you can use shell script,
Hmm.
but that is very little if you compare with the whole Intune deployment. Uh,
Okay.
let's say less than 10%.
Okay. No, I mean, you mean like standard commands are there in that?
Standard commands you use, or you can download the command from internet and
Mhm.
then deploy it.
Okay.
So we need to also work for the hybrid model, Kashyap, like on premises and Intune as a cloud.
I will show you in my session. I will show you how you can integrate um, devices, SCCM devices into Intune. So like co-management. Co-management is what you can manage devices from SCCM and Intune together. So that knowledge I will give it to you
Okay.
on my. I will share my SCCM lab with you, and then I will share how that is done, how to integrate devices from SCCM into Intune.
Okay. And how much the certification will be helpful? Like what should we do? Like uh,
Certification, yeah, good question. Certification is MD 102, MD 102. That's the certification. You can take this exam after completing this course. So I will give you some materials, not dumps, but some materials so you can prepare, plus interview question and answers, plus some other documents and sample resume as well. Okay. Any other question? Hassan, you have any question?
Yes, when you creating a Windows 11 image, do you use Intune or you have to have SCCM?
Intune does not help you with the imaging part. Imaging part is done by SCCM. Intune will reconfigure the existing image. Suppose you have purchased a laptop. On that laptop, Windows 10 or Windows 11 is installed. So you can reset that operating system, reconfigure it, but you do not reinstall from scratch like a bare metal operating system deployment, what we have in a SCCM. That is not possible in Intune.
Okay.
how about the upgrades like from Windows 10 to Windows 11?
I
They
will
can be
show you. I will
okay.
show you how to that. That is the part of course content, how to upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11. Any other
Are you
question?
offering the SCCM?
I teach SCCM and Intune both, but these days SCCM demand is less in the market because it is focusing more on server side. If you want SCCM class, I will teach you SCCM as well. But you need to message me on WhatsApp. Okay, so this is my WhatsApp number. Wait a minute. Let me 91. It's country code 91, India country code 989-235-4331. This is my WhatsApp number. You can make a note of it and message me if you are interested to continue from tomorrow, or if you would like to join SCCM session, you let me know. Or if you
Oh,
would like to know about the course fees and course content, you message me on WhatsApp. I will send you the course content and course fees details for from tomorrow's session. You can join um, after enrollment.
okay. What about in the SCCM course? Are you gonna teach how to create the image?
Yes, in SCCM. We will
Yes.
do the imaging part that is included in SCCM. So if you want SCCM, that's a separate course altogether. This is not
Oh,
SCCM, this is Intune.
okay.
And
Okay.
also, as we are like Azure is like a cloud product, right? So are we gonna like touch bits and pieces of Azure as well as to get a better
Yes,
idea?
you have to go to Azure. Without Azure, you cannot complete Intune training.
Kashif, are we going to be using some JSON templates?
Huh? Yes,
JSON.
we will do some JSON template for compliance policies.
Okay. Thanks.
That's right. Do you have a timeline for SCCM training? What timeline, or you said we should
After
contact you
after
quietly?
three weeks from now, hopefully in the last week of March, I will start
And then
SCCM batch.
Intune is starting tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Intune started today itself. Today is the introduction
Okay, today.
session. So
Okay, so
uh,
if we want to enroll, are you going to send us some personal messages to? Because I already messaged you on WhatsApp. I need more information on how to
okay,
enroll for the interns and the, yeah. Thank you.
okay. So you have already sent me a message. I will reply you with the enrollment
Okay,
details and payment details. Okay,
thank you so much.
And
no
Kashif,
worries.
how long is SCCM course?
Same 35 days.
Oh, 35 days. Okay.
Yeah. Session will get recorded, guys. Each session, just like this session is getting recorded right now. So every day we will record the session, and after each session, I will share the recording so that you can access the recording, and that recording will be available to you lifetime.
Are you gonna share it
Okay.
to Google Drive, or we can download somewhere in the link?
I will share you the live link that will be available to you.
Okay.
You can also download offline. You can watch it offline. Any other question from anyone?
Is it a good idea to start with the SCCM first or this one? Or has nothing to do with each other?
If you are planning to learn both the technology, if you have that plan, then I would suggest you go with SCCM first and then come to Intune. Okay, that's the right way of learning SCCM and Intune together. Because when you learn SCCM, Intune is like nothing for you. Okay.
Okay, so I'll have to wait 1 month then.
Yeah,
Okay.
for if you would like to go for SCCM first, then wait for at least 3 weeks from now. Yeah, my one of my SCCM batches is going to get over in 3 weeks. So once that is finished, then you can join my batch.
Is it too late to join that one? Or
Mm.
is it too late to join the
Uh,
ongoing one?
yes, ongoing one is already 50% is done.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
No worries. Any other question from anyone?
Do we need to have knowledge on Active Directory as well as to working on this?
Active Directory, no, Intune does not deal with local on-premises Active Directory. Intune integrates the devices and user information from Azure Active Directory. So if you have Azure Active Directory information, it's well and good. Otherwise, that's okay because it's not, the Azure Active Directory is already integrated in Intune. So when you create your subscription, you will get Azure Active Directory by default, and you will be able to easily learn that one.
Okay. And
Uh,
I have one more question. So will it also like we can also work on shared devices like various desktops, laptops, or like VDIs on Intune, like deploying on shared device, like one user might have multiple devices. Okay, will it work at a time or
It will work. It will work.
okay?
In our lab environment, we will do the practical. We will create. Each one of you will have to have Windows 10 machine or Windows 11 machine. So that will be a virtual machine. Each one, I will show you how to create Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine on your personal computer. Or if your personal computer is not good enough to create a virtual machine, then we will create Windows 10 in cloud, Azure Cloud Data Center. And then through Intune, we will be managing that particular device. We will be sending policies. We will be sending application and other um, policies to that device, and we will see how the user experience happen. Yes.
If I take Intune right now and I take SCCM later, is that going to be any problem?
No problem.
Okay.
You can go with this approach as well. That's not a problem. The only thing is when you learn SCCM first, then Intune becomes easy because you learn the toughest part first and easiest part later. Okay.
Okay. Maybe I'd rather start with the easy one.
Yeah. So if you want to go with the easy one first, you can go with the easy one first.
Yeah, because now we use both, and more importantly, we use Intune, and I think that
So
the
go with Intune
expectations,
then. Why would you like to learn SCCM then?
because we have both of them
But
at
people
once.
are but they are moving it to Intune, right?
Yes, they are moving to
So
Intune.
SCCM will go away. I mean, not go away, but it will be there for server only. Client
That's
management,
true.
you.
That's
Huh?
true. But sometimes we have issue with the imaging,
Okay.
and there's one guy who does it, and he lives in Toronto. We have to contact him, fix this, fix that. So the more I understand CCM, the more I'll be able to communicate or even take over the whole
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Fine, no worries. So you take Intune first and then SCCM. Depends on your
I think
requirement.
that's what I will do that way.
Okay.
But the main concept for like one is on-prem and one is online, that I understand. So yeah.
Okay. Any other question from anyone?
The
How much is
hands-on, do we need more
certification?
than one computer? Go ahead.
How
Sorry.
much is the certification cost would be like around?
Certification cost in India is 4,800 Indian rupees. If you are in US or Canada, Australia, different country, then you have to shell 165 US dollar for certification. Okay.
How about SCCM certification, Pastor?
SCCM certification is not there.
Okay.
Also, after you complete my course, you will get course completion certificate like this. I will give you this kind of certificate. Okay. You can get it printed on some thick paper, and then you can show it to your organization that you have completed this certificate. I mean this training.
The school name is not on the certificate.
School name. Okay.
Yeah,
If you want a school name,
usually,
I can add a school name here.
yeah, because usually that's what if they ask where did you take it, so then
Yeah, that would
I
be
can
really helpful. Yeah.
add my institute name there.
yeah,
Definitely good idea.
Mhm. Okay. Any other question from anyone?
all good.
Okay, guys. So those who are interested to continue from tomorrow Intune session, so you need to contact me on this number. Send me a WhatsApp message. That will be better. If you are interested, then I will give you the payment details and all. Tomorrow, 8 a.m. India time, we will
So,
start.
So the people, those who have already paid, do we still need to send you the text, or are we all set to go?
No, those who have already paid, they don't have to send the text message.
Perfect. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question before we wrap it up? Okay, thank you for joining the session. I hope the session was informative. We'll meet you tomorrow, 8 a.m. India time. Bye now. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.